The Washington, D.C. Policy Forum was really a chance for us to connect with alumni and also to connect our alumni with each other in the Washington, D.C. area in a way that went above and beyond a traditional social gathering. We wanted to have a chance to get together and have dialogue about some important public affairs issues. And so, specifically with this event, we targeted the first 100 days of the administration and also the legislative agenda that would accompany that first 100 days of the Obama second term.
On behalf of our committee and the university, we're all glad that you're all here. I've long been impressed by the accomplishments of Bobcats in the nation's capital, who have distinguished themselves in a variety of fields. Tonight's panelists are just one example. The creation of this forum started with a simple idea. How do we better connect and engage Bobcats in Washington who have a passion for public policy discussions? In this room tonight are alumni who create, advocate, and communicate public policy. We envision an ongoing series of keynote talks, panel discussions, and paper presentations that offer critical insights into current policy trends. And it will draw on the expertise of alumni and Ohio University researchers alike.
The event was actually organized by the alumni themselves in the DC area. They put together a working group from across the different units and put together a really first-rate, excellent panel across the political spectrum and experience spectrum to discuss issues such as the national debt, politics related to the debt and the fiscal cliff issues, expansion of Medicaid, and other important policy issues that the nation is facing at this point in time.
We really hope that as teachers, our students recognize that learning is a lifelong pursuit and that it doesn't end when you receive your diploma. And what I saw in the DC Policy Forum is a group of former students from Ohio University that really lived that. They showed up to an event that was a little bit more serious, that had a little bit more of a class feel to it, and they were excited about that. And I think that's something that says a special thing about not only our university but also our students, that type of an event is something that they're excited about. I don't think a lot of other universities would be able to pull that off, especially with the level of success that we did.
I can't tell you how many people think they actually raised taxes. They didn't. Republicans think they raised taxes. They want to go to the Republicans. Guys, you just got 98% of the Bush tax cuts made permanent. Why didn't you stand up and say we pulled off this big victory? And at the same time, Democrats are saying, we raised taxes. Well, they didn't raise taxes. They cut them by $3.9 trillion. But the significance of this is that's a $3.9 trillion down payment on tax reform.
I've been very impressed in the sense that even though this is a large public university, that the alumni have the attachment to this university is as if they went to a small school. And that the alumni have a series of characteristics which I haven't seen anyplace else. It's a combination of pragmatism, the willingness to essentially take on leadership roles, whether in government, nonprofit sector, or the industry, and a dedication to making things better, really to public service across all three of those sectors.
After the panel was over, we had a great opportunity for more of a social networking time. We had about 80 people there. And one of the great things about the demographics of those that were there is that it was really intergenerational Bobcats that were part of that group. So we had people that graduated from the 1960s and 1970s, and then also students that had graduated just a few years ago. And they were all there getting a chance to meet each other, to talk about their experiences as being Bobcats, and also what it is that they're doing in DC now. When we talk to alumni about staying engaged with the university, I think what's really important to stress is that there's so many different ways that you can be engaged. It involves different ways of being involved with what it is that we're doing as a university. And this is a great example of that. It was a chance for people to bring their professional credentials and their professional expertise to an event that was really important for that alumni group. And that's a type of engagement that is just as important as coming back to campus. It's just as important as many of the other ways that alumni are engaged. And it's great that we can see this as an example to offer to other alumni of ways that they can be engaged with their alma mater in ways that perhaps they had not thought of before.